The New York Times has published a review of The People's Historian by Dave Zirin, a new biography of Howard Zinn, the historian whose A People's History of the United States has sold more than 4 million copies since 1980.
Few American historians have been as celebrated and reviled as Zinn.
His book is praised in the Oscar-winning movie Good Will Hunting and appears in episodes of both The Sopranos and The Simpsons. Officials in 2 states tried to ban it. Donald Trump has attacked what he called propaganda tracts like those of Howard Zinn, and the right-wing firebrand David Horowitz compared A People's History to Mein Kampf. The books about Zinn range from Zirin's admiring biography to bitter attacks like Debunking Howard Zinn and a defense titled Xenophobia.
There are good reasons for the book's massive sales. It introduced readers to figures like socialist activist Eugene Debs, labor organizer Big Bill Haywood, anarchist Emma Goldman, abolitionist Frederick Douglass, and slave revolt leader Nat Turner, people mentioned only briefly or not at all in the ponderously upbeat textbooks of half a century ago. The book sees Columbus's arrival through the eyes of the Arawak Indians. It attacks Columbus biographer Samuel Eliot Morison for emphasizing the explorer's devout faith while skipping quickly over his massacres. It sharply questions whether World War II was entirely a good war, given Allied bombings of civilians, a Jim Crow U.S. military, and American support for restoring the British and French colonial empires. A People's History has been criticized, in part correctly, for many things: not keeping up with new scholarship, idealizing Native Americans, seeing Christianity mainly as a tool of conquest, being too tough on Abraham Lincoln, and more generally for viewing all of U.S. history as struggles between oppressors and oppressed. Zinn cites Albert Camus to the effect that in a world of victims and executioners one must choose sides. True, but most people and groups don't fit neatly into one of those categories. Nonetheless, the book has left its mark for the better on many an American textbook written since.
In The People's Historian, Zirin, who knew and worked with Zinn in his last years, does a lively job of portraying the historian's deeply engaged life.
Zinn's politics came not from books, there were none in his immigrant parents' home, but from experience.
He served as a bombardier in World War II, then became active in the civil rights movement while teaching at Spelman College, where he was fired for supporting student sit-ins.
He wrote A People's History later, and it became a phenomenon. Zinn died in 2010.
The review is by Adam Hochschild, author most recently of American Midnight. That's the latest book review from the New York Times.
Thanks for listening.